you know what I'm about, nigga. What up, BLS?
What up, BLS?
Yeah. You niggas just now getting off the porch. I've been in the mix since 1994. 45 caliber extendo. Now who's that peeking through my window? I guess you niggas got the wrong info. Fucking with me, you better know what you been for. I will catch a nigga slipping, make his family think you missing. Have him kicking out that ransom for their info. Pull up on the block in that bad motherfucker wearing all my ice. Won't let a nigga touch me. I don't fuck with suckers when I see him I duck 'em. They say the fans watch, still yelling out fuck 'em. I only fear God, I ain't worried about nothing. From the cradle to the grave, motherfucker, I'm thugging. Take a bitch down till she yelling I'm coming. Then I'm down with the wind, gotta get back to the money, this is it. I swear to God, this is it. You little niggas are quick. Lying to the people like you taking hella trips in your movie.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What motherfucking is up, man? What's up, y'all? This Any Everything podcast by two kings. This King Perez
King DJ.
operating on episode 9, man. Catch up, Mustard. We moving fast. But before we get started, Any Everything podcast, make sure y'all follow us on Facebook and YouTube. At the same thing, Any Everything podcast by two kings. Make sure y'all follow us on YouTube. On Instagram, Any and Everything by two kings. Any and Everything by two kings. Don't forget those subscribers. Get those subscribers up. We paying that water bill at the end of the month. We paying 1 month. You get an increment of 3. We gonna do the division. We gonna pay it off. All we asking for you to shoot. Once you get people to subscribe, screenshot it, shoot it to me at that John Higginbotham. Shoot it to him at Perez. Jackson, Houston off Jackson.
Yep.
Houston off Jackson. Make sure you shoot it at Houston off Jackson. And then the winner get their water bill paid. Plain and simple, right?
That easy.
Plain and simple. Ain't no jokes, ain't no game, ain't no gimmicks. We don't get shit out of it. We just want to brighten somebody's day. Today. Motherfucker is the new word for today. Motherfuck.
That's what I said. That's what I said when I went to the grocery store.
Everybody gonna be saying
I
it
was
today.
like, motherfucker.
What the motherfuck?
There wasn't no meat on the racks.
Motherfucker. Here you go.
Hey, I was about to make some spaghetti and shit, and I was like, damn, I need hamburger meat. Wasn't no goddamn hamburger meat in sight. I had to substitute with hamburger patties.
The struggle is real in the United States of America.
Dude.
The home of the free, the land of the brave.
But I don't understand. They say, virus. Why is motherfucker buying toilet tissue when it's a virus?
Gotta wipe your ass. No. They saying stock up on water, tissue, paper towel, all of that what you can, because they're predicting a 8 to 10 week state of emergency that'll quarantine you in your house.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either,
but I mean, especially with our community, I'm gone.
We get too active. We get too active. My thing is,
they canceled a whole lot of shit, but they ain't canceled that concert, did they?
They shut hey, they watching what they cancel. If it's bringing in that paper, they watching what they cancel, man. I don't take it. I mean, I take it serious, but I don't take it as serious as the media is portraying it to be, because if you pay attention to it, like, all it is you being sick.
I mean, you got to look at it like this. They telling you what it is. If your immune system is compromised in any way.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
And you should already know if your immune system, if you got a low immune system.
Right.
The way you've been living life.
I mean, the thing about it is that's them the people that has to watch certain things. And, I understand, we got families, so,
and the elders.
Right. We might be healthy, but, to take it home to our family members, we got to be more cautious to, like you say, our elderly people, our elderly family members that, don't have a, immune system like, like we do. So, yeah, we got to be cautious when we come in contact with them.
But what people not understanding, like, we are so afraid. I blame it on the media while we running rapid like this, but I also blame it on ourselves, because we know the media gonna run game on us. We know that. This not new. What happened to Ebola? This shit is gonna phase in a couple weeks, bro.
Well, in our community, we have this thing, never preparing ourselves for the worst.
What you should
You know
already
what
be
I'm saying?
prepared for.
I mean, and that's just not when it comes to biological threat. That comes to any threat. You know what I'm saying?
You. Hand me your phone.
We set ourselves to a standards where we feel like we so great we can't be touched.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can be touched.
Anybody.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just not biological. Just if anybody want to invade this country and bomb, I mean, we playing games. They not playing games. That's why I stay stocked up.
Right.
And I tell a lot of people the worst place to be during a state of emergency is in the inner city. I'm going far out. I'm going into the woods. That's where I be.
As far as why?
As far as why? Because before you even reach my campsite, you be 50 knots out. I can get you from 65 knots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you coming as a threat, my 30-06, that'll take your head straight off. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about, baby. I'm talking about as far as...
I mean, you got to understand, when we go into certain situations like this, if it goes into a martial law state, that means, nobody's coming. So when all law break down, the National Guard pull out, you got a bunch of crazy motherfuckers running around.
Running rapid.
So,
like the blackout. Remember the blackout?
So it's all about rape, pillage, and kill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I make sure that I have enough to hold all that shit off for a while. But you make sure
already.
Yeah.
Like,
you've
been in the stores
for
bro.
years.
You've been in these stores. Like, first of all, I'm going to say this. Before we get to the backlash of the coronavirus. So what I've been told and what I've seen and what I've heard, what I've researched about very small research about the coronavirus. Shout out to the Simpsons. Another prediction come true. Shout out to the Simpsons. Whoever run the Simpsons, make sure you get me in contact with Dog so I can find out what's next. You feel me? But anyways, what I'm understanding about this virus this epidemic,
right.
That we going through is not airborne, but is if I got it and I'm this close to you, or if I make contact with you on a straight skin to skin, that's when the transfer can come, right?
I thought it was airborne.
It's airborne. They're saying it's airborne in China, not because it became so strong and so dominant. But over here, it's not airborne. Like, if I had it and we in this room, if I'm not touching you or doing anything, and physical with you, you not subjected to it.
And they said,
if we wrong, make sure y'all correcting us too.
They said the change of climate
that
could kill it. They said it only lasts on cardboard for, I forgot how long they say it lasts on cardboard.
It lasts on metal. It lasts on plastic.
Yeah.
But and so what the doctors are telling you and the higher ups are telling you is make sure you washing your hands. Make sure you coughing in your elbow. Make sure you keeping hand sanitizer. Make sure you being safe. This is shit we should be doing anyways.
Right.
Motherfucker, wash your fucking hands, motherfucker.
I look at anything that is man-made, and most of these virus and stuff are man-made, it's population control.
I said that.
I mean, if you look at the coronavirus and who it really attacks.
Thank you.
It's mostly geared to elderly people.
Mm-hmm.
Because most elderly people have a breakdown in their
immune system already.
So you figure if I wipe out so many of that population, how many people I don't have to pay SSI to? How many people I don't have to pay Social Security to? How many people I don't have to pay Medicaid to? You know what I'm saying?
What people don't understand,
that frees up.
What people don't understand that this is a man-made virus.
Right.
Like, this shit is not natural. Where did it come from? Why is it just not hitting us if it's so natural?
And the thing about it is what people don't understand. This virus been around.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the virus and shit that we have, it's been around. The government been knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just when it gets out into the population, you know what I'm saying? I mean...
Oh, they've been labbing. They've been in the lab. So, they've been in the lab.
They always in the lab cooking up shit.
Right.
You know,
trying to find out how to be okay, so what I was under the assumption of when I first heard about it a week and a half ago or so, that it don't attack heavily melanated people, which is people of color, right?
Shit, we know that to be a lie.
Right. But when I found out that it hit the NBA player who's actually from France, and then he passed it on to one of his teammates who from the United States, Donovan Mitchell. Therefore, it does hit blacks, right?
Right.
So now what they saying is colored people recover from it faster. So on average, I read it'll generally take maybe a week 2 weeks to 2 to 4 weeks for you to recover from it anyways. Once you quarantine after the 2 weeks, then you're going through like a 2-week healing process, right? But Donovan Mitchell is stating that he's fine after not even a full week. Like he's shooting out letters of thank you and all of that.
You know, everybody body, everybody's system is different.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? People heal different. We can't base it off, like, one person, one individual.
Right.
So, that's, on an individual basis, how they body, fights off.
Which is true. Which is true. And it's understandable. But my thing is, through the media and people as well, if you pay attention to it, like a small piece of research that I did, I forgot the numbers, that more people is catching the flu from January to now than the coronavirus. And through catching the flu, more people has died with the flu from January to now than the coronavirus. We know about the flu.
I had the flu about a week
ago. A week or so.
I had a flu. That shit lasted in me about a week and a half.
Right. We know about the flu.
I came back. I couldn't get the fuck up with nothing.
Right.
I was like on the fence. Like.
So what they saying is the coronavirus, for all you bloods out there, the coronavirus. No, but what they saying is it attacks your breathing, your respirational system, your respirational system. It drains your energy.
And you know what's good for that? Jack Daniels. Swear to God it is.
Hey, I seen a meme on Facebook and they was talking about fuck getting tissue. I'm getting some liquor.
I mean, don't nobody take this for face value. That's just me. I was sick with the flu and I was congested as hell and I could not get this shit up. But a buddy of mine was like, shit, I got you some Jack Daniels. You can make you a tea or whatever. I'm like, shit, Jack Daniels, I'm not about to make no tea with no damn Jack Daniels.
You gonna take that straight.
Yeah, I'm about to give me a couple of shots in, you know what I'm saying? So I drunk like a half a pint.
Right.
Shit, about an hour later, that shit hit my stomach. And I had to throw up. Man, threw up all the coal in my system.
And that's because that's where it relies at. That's where the flu resides at. Is right in there, so it's keeping you and it's harnessing you from being able to do anything. You feel me? So it's draining that's what's draining your energy.
Some of that shit is like hard to break up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You try to cough it up, but I mean, and we as people in general, and that's including me, gotta stop thinking everything is just common. It's gonna last for 2 days, or if I don't feel better in a week, you know what I'm saying, I go to the hospital. No, you gotta get your ass up. When you're not feeling good, get your ass up and go to the hospital.
I got a friend who work at the hospital, Beaumont, right? He say that from the coronavirus, so many people has been coming down there just to get checkups and this and that on common colds and flus because they're afraid to get.
I mean, you gotta understand, if you become ill, and I done seen a few people that I have known personally put off their illness as a common cold, something like that, but they had pneumonia,
right?
And there's a few people in my life recently that didn't make it just because of pneumonia,
Hey, pneumonia will kill you, bro.
Yeah, and we lay around, we'll be like, well, I'll lay in the bed for a couple of days.
No.
That couple of days, that could be life or death.
For you, yes it will.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because we have known, actors and comedians that died from pneumonia. It goes into congested heart failure.
That shit attacks your whole body, bro.
Yeah, so
and
it's
point being, like, we got to understand, if we take care of our body Shout out to Marty Taylor. Marty Taylor. I'm gonna give him a small little. Hey, this man, you know, Mo.
Yeah.
He hit the hospital. Had some shit happen to him. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm disposing your information, but I got to.
HIPAA.
He he hit the hospital. You know, got fucked up on some shit. You know, his heart, blood pressure was high, all of that shit. Doctor told him, hey, work out. Dog been taking care of his body.
Yeah, I've been seeing. Yeah, Mo been working out.
Dog been taking care of his body. He already, and it's been not even a full month, maybe a month and a half, around about that. And you can see the difference in him. You feel me?
Yeah.
And what he doing is what we should be doing on a day-to-day basis, bro.
I
All
mean,
you doing is taking care. It's thousands of people out here taking care of their body.
And people
Just take care of yourself.
People think working out is for people that's overweight.
No.
I mean, I need to work out.
Everybody
And
need.
I'm not even overweight, but I can feel the difference in my body when, you know what I'm saying, I'm working out. And, you know, when I was at my heaviest of weight, I think the heaviest I've been is 215.
Right.
I felt the
215?
difference. Yeah.
Boy, you a little. That boy lighting ass. Boy, you lighting ass, man.
215 for me, to me,
What's your height?
Is a lot of weight. 6 foot.
Oh,
6 foot.
See.
So, I mean, 215. See, it's a difference. I tell people all the time, it's a difference from 215 healthy,
Yeah.
215 unhealthy.
Unhealthy. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
As a man, if you running up some stairs and you feel your titties hitting, that's unhealthy 215.
Yeah.
Because you be like, God damn, this shit.
That
you know
shit. This ain't
Why?
no full 250.
Right.
See, I'm solid. I'm solid. And I know I know I am. You feel me? But I'm at 250, bro. And my shit is stocky, but it's fat as well.
Well, and a lot of times it depends on how your body carries it. Because everybody carry weights different.
Different, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody look different with weight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 215 to me might look just a little bit slim to somebody, but somebody shorter.
Well, I'll scoop you up like these.
It might look, heavy on them. So, it's always a difference on how we carry our weight, how we,
That's true.
how we work out,
Mm-hmm.
and tone ourselves up.
Man, just we gotta make sure we taking care of our body, bro. Like, regardless whether it's the coronavirus, the flu,
Exactly.
ammonia, pneumonia, whatever it is, before it hit us, be prepared already and take care of your body.
And we got to be not just.
Oh my God!
When it comes
go
to
ahead.
Not when it just comes to viruses and shit. We got to be prepared
Anyways, that's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? I mean, you got people with underground bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
You got people with enough hunting gear, ammunition. I mean, we as being city folks don't really think about that. See, I'm from the country, so I think about that shit. I've been around that shit all my life.
You from the country?
Yeah, I'm from Greenwood, Mississippi.
What? Where?
Greenwood, Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Mississippi.
That boy said Mississippi. No,
But I mean, that's been a part of my upbringing. Hunting. Shit. I mean, just, survival. Just out in the woods. I mean, my grandfather used to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just second nature.
Yeah. I've never went hunting. I've never survival. I mean, I could take care of myself with these hands because I got those.
You gotta understand. At nighttime, it can reach temperatures of 35.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Below 35. Can you sustain yourself in that type of environment? People say what they won't eat. I hear a lot of people be like, I wouldn't eat no pigeon. I wouldn't eat no squirrel. I wouldn't eat no possum. I wouldn't eat no rabbit. Motherfucker, if you hungry. You gonna eat some shit.
It was a meme on Facebook with a chick from China busting open snakes.
Right.
Busting open snakes.
Now, snakes ain't that bad because snake is good. I eat snake.
But she... That's why you got a snake in your crib. Anyways, whatever. Well, anyway, she busting up a snake, banging that mud, eating it. And somebody shared it and made a comment at the top and said, this is why the coronavirus exists. But in all actuality, it's not like we lack information or we so afraid to even tap into a little research where you'll understand that the shit is a man. Fuck, go watch The Simpsons shit. The Simpsons will tell you it's a man-made.
A lot of things that's natural is definitely good for us, but anything we eat or come in contact with nowadays is not natural.
No.
I mean, if you see...
Because they would have been around. Dude,
have you ever seen this video where they got these chickens and they got this chicken in the factory and they just hit them with some shit?
Yep.
That motherfucker just swole up?
Yep.
You got to understand, look at how we grew up and our body size compared to the body size of the kids today.
I was just about to say, you worded it perfect, but I'm going to be a little bit more undiscreet. You 47.
Right.
I'm 30. I'm not going to talk about your age. I'm going to talk about mine, bro. Like, when I was in high school, yeah, we had girls, because at the time they were girls. Girls with big butts and slim hips and looking like grown women. But now it's like these kids is too far exposed.
Well, shit, you take my generation. You didn't have no women looking like that. You might have one.
And a bunch.
And if you had one, the first thing anybody would say to her is she fast. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, women was like wearing jumpers, heavy sweaters. They didn't have, the attributes that these young kids have now. You know what I'm saying?
Too much to me. It's too much.
Then,
I remember when I was young.
The parents let them dress different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember when I was young, they said Church's chicken got you thick like that. I swear, bro. They said Church's chicken got you thick like that.
I don't know.
Because there was steroids in your chicken.
Man, shit. Church's gave me a goddamn wing one day. That motherfucker's about that big, dude.
Like a goddamn dinosaur.
That motherfucker. I ain't never seen a chicken that goddamn big.
That motherfucker. No. Look, bro. Plain and simple, dog. Taking care of yourself. And one thing I do want to address. I was in the store Friday. I was in the store Friday. I was in Sam's Club. Edit that. Sam's Club not paying us. I was there. So when I was there, these motherfuckers is in there fighting over water, bro. Like, not fighting, not fist fighting. They arguing and going back and forth over water to the point where it's like, and it's a whole stack of water. It's at least 20.
Right.
It's at least 20. But I'm assuming, not for sure, I'm assuming both of them want for the same one and put their hands on it so they tugging. So instead of saying, here, go ahead, I grabbed it. Bro.
Well, just think, if it's a shutdown in government, it's a shutdown in law, just think how scarce that water is going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got people...
But it's 20 there.
Let me tell you something. That shit will go so fast if a real panic ensues.
True.
I mean, you got to understand, you got people that's totally prepared for doomsday. They collect rainwater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got canned goods. They got, canned and jar food.
Frozen food.
Exactly. They got underground bunkers.
Yep.
They got enough ammunition, you know what I'm saying?
You're right, Keisha, we did. We was literally just talking about this a few days ago.
So, the thing about it is preparedness. I've been saying this for the last 15
Preparation,
years.
my nigga?
Yeah. Preparation. Be prepared. I've been saying this for like 15 years, dude, and everybody used to be like, you paranoid.
No.
You paranoid. I'm like, no, I know what this shit could turn into. I know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit, if you ever watch Walking Dead, you know what I'm saying? This shit is no different. When it's a total breakdown, no electricity, no power,
bro,
no food.
Before I say this, shout out to Gwen. She just sent in a comment. She said, I love this cat. We love you too, sweetheart. Let me say this. I didn't give a fuck about the coronavirus before they shut down the NBA. They suspended the NBA. And then I ain't had nothing to watch. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch some baseball. The next day, they shut down baseball. They suspended baseball. I'm like, oh, this shit is serious, dog. What am I going to do?
Me, I just sit back and I watch everything. I'm an observer. So, I'm like, I don't know. The minute people start to, just go fucking crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm on alert because, I mean, what we really should be concerned about is our family.
That's true.
And harm coming to our family.
That's true. I feel like if it's a government shutdown, which will only okay EMS and the police to be out in the streets, that it's not enough. Nowhere. Warren, Detroit,
you gotta understand when the lines between that start to shut down, what they do, they're gonna put one of them motherfucking big ass fences and close off the city and quarantine it. So the military is gonna be guarding that. You know what I'm saying?
State to state?
State to state. They're gonna block that shit off. I mean, when they quarantine, if a city has a population and over the half of that population is getting sick from a certain, degree, type of virus or whatever, they're gonna cordon off that city. They're not gonna let anybody in or out of there.
Even within that quarantine, like, it's so much that you can be subjected to: robbing, killing, stealing, raping.
That's what's gonna happen because you got all these people gated in this city. Then you know what I'm saying. Ain't nobody coming in to save nobody. So it's it's like shit. I mean,
every man for themselves.
And you got
so the man got to protect their household.
You got militias. You got militias that's sitting and waiting on shit like this to happen. I mean, they've been training for the last 20 years, 30 years, waiting on a breakdown in government so they can take over.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the people that's waiting on the sideline to take over. It's no mercy. When they come, it's no mercy.
It's not. So are you? I mean,
and it might not happen in our it might not happen in my generation. Might not happen in your generation.
Yeah, you close to death, my nigga.
But sooner or later, it's gonna happen.
I do agree with that. I do agree that it will happen. But within it happening, it's like if you're not mentally, physically, and
a lot of people couldn't. A lot of people is not gonna make it. A lot of people are.
That's exactly what I was alluding to.
A lot of people are not mentally, mentally stable to even handle.
That's exactly what I was alluding to.
Shit like that. And you gotta understand if they over in Iraq, they over in different countries and shit. They fighting in the cities.
Mm-hmm.
They blowing up houses in the city.
Mm-hmm.
They call that urban warfare.
Warfare.
You don't think if somebody make it to these shores, they won't do the same thing here?
You want to know what's crazy? Just a couple months ago, the beginning of this year, we went from getting ready to prepare for another world war,
right,
to now you don't even hear about the world war, and now everything is about the coronavirus.
Well, you got people here within the United States waiting on wars to start. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody agrees with the American government. It's people within the United States that want to take over the American government, that want that system broke down because they feel that they have put a cramp in their freedom and their rights. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at a lot of law enforcements and shit today, I mean, you can see the breakdown already. They don't give a damn about your rights, your amendments and shit like that.
Nothing.
It's basically becoming a dictatorship.
Yep.
If they don't like what you're doing, they can shut you down. They can take you out, and that's just how it is.
Rob said the coronavirus is the World War III, and you want to know because the riffraff that it's causing, Rob, and the stress on people itself, and because I feel like mentally you got to be mentally strong. So let's say if we got me and we got Keith right here. Keith get the coronavirus, Rob. Keith get it. He's gonna stress. He's gonna stress about it. Stress upon the coronavirus will kill him. You feel me? If I get it, I'm not gonna stress because mentally I'm be like, shit, I'm gonna be good in a couple weeks.
Well, you feel me? Like I told you also, you gotta look at it like, one cough might get your brains blew out. Sooner or later. I mean, when people get scared, they go into this survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, it's all about, self. It's all about protecting yourself and your family.
Right.
So, as you see I tell people, if you look at a lot of these TV shows, they not far-fetched from the truth.
They not, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me, fuck, bro. Somebody inboxed me something. It's a movie that's supposed to be coming out, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody inboxed me the trailer. The name of the movie is called Contagious. That's the name of the movie. So in the trailer, somebody inboxed me something on Facebook. Dominique inboxed me, and the trailer was going off, and in the trailer they was like imagine how many people touch their face, touch doors, touch their face, touch the gas. This virus is going to spread worldwide, and they was in a lab, and he was shooting out the needle, and the needle was falling over, and then he injected something with the needle, if I'm not mistaken. I was driving while I was watching it, forgive me. But when I seen that, and what she sent to me was, this shit is man-made, which I already knew, and such and such and such. And then she started talking about this some bullshit, it's population control. And I was explaining to her, was like, it's definitely population control, because if we pay attention, the world is already overpopulated. Mm-hmm. It's a scarcity in food, vegetables. It's a scarcity in meat. Shit, it's a scarcity in fucking air. Right. Air don't feel like it used to feel when you was a kid. Why? It's a difference because the air is so polluted. Right. So it's hard to get pure good air. You feel me? So therefore, if they can knock off a couple million people with some form of disease that'll attack you and to stop you from breathing, whatever, you feel me? That's the goal.
What was one comedian, Earthquake? And he said they're gonna charge you for air in the future and shit.
Bro, they charging you now. It costs like, to put air in your tire.
I want to put air in my mama now.
No,
but if you look at the breakdown, man, you know, like if I, you know, not me personally, but I mean, anybody. If you sit back and think about it, if I wanted to kill millions and millions of people, and you know, the thing is certain things that everybody touch, everybody come in contact with. First, the water supply. Everybody drink water.
Boy, you better be quiet.
Money.
Ooh.
Everybody touches money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody touches money. You know what I'm saying? The food. Mm-hmm. And like, you know, me and a couple
They done got to the point, my bad, they done got to the point where they cloning food now. They cloning chicken, cows. This shit ain't even real.
Well, if you look at it in my generation, you know, it's probably in your generation too. If you think about it, just remember growing up as a kid, every yard had either grapes in it,
bro,
or they had some type of fruit tree in the back.
I had a peach tree in my backyard.
Exactly. Now you go through these yards now and look and see, do you see any fruit trees?
I don't have a peach tree in my backyard.
The thing about it is they wanted to control agriculture.
Yep.
So they didn't want people. First thing the government said, well, we don't want people growing gardens because it attract rodents and stuff like that. No, they don't want you growing gardens because you eat natural.
Thank you.
You living natural.
If you grow in a garden, you can easily just throw some lemon and lime out there that'll repel the motherfucking rodents.
So the thing about living natural is that you live longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And plus they can't make money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So say if you're a vegetarian, you can grow everything you need.
That you need and want.
Right outside.
In your whole backyard.
Right.
I got a landscaping company, Certified Cuts. Make sure you contact me on my personal page or my business page, Certified Cuts, on Facebook. YouTube is Certified Cuts. I got a Facebook. I got my landscaping company. And my landscaping company, a lady asked me to come and do an estimate. Her backyard was ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous. And she said she just moved there. And I was like, that's what's up. I was congratulating her for the new move. She was like, no, because the person behind me had the whole backyard. It was a garden. And the only thing that left was a trail that you can walk through. And I told her, I was like, you sure you want to get rid of this? I asked her, I said, you sure you want to get rid of this? She was like, why shouldn't I? I was like, I mean, everything is perennial. It's going to grow back again. You feel me? You can regrow everything that was already planted. And she was like, no, I don't want to deal with this. To my mind, I was like, ooh, like.
You talking about fresh greens,
fresh
tomatoes,
ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Fresh green beans. You know, all types of stuff, man, that 100% ain't contaminated. Or you already know that it's fresh, because when we go in the stores and they be like, okay, what they call it, the difference between what they grow,
come on, Keisha, help us out, motherfucker. Too much of this.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Go ahead. I'm waiting on Keisha to help us out.
Because, vegetables that don't have, the fertilizers,
pesticides and all of that shit.
And shit like that.
I'm waiting on Keisha to help us out. Go ahead.
How do you know that shit don't have fertilizers on it and shit
bro.
like that? You don't. You know what I'm saying? So this shit could be grown just like anything. Like, if somebody tell you, we got you some clean ass bottled water, it could be a motherfucker in the back with a water hose filling up bottles.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna know?
It's the difference between spring water, purified water, natural water, and it's another one. Bro, it's 4 different types of water out here.
But as I read, like, a lot of them bottled waters have like different types of shit in it that can kill you. I mean, damn, this supposed to be water that's like purified, that's good for us, but
purified
it's
is
bad.
not good for you because purified have chemicals in it. Is what I was told. So natural spring water is the best water, but people say it's nasty. So therefore, a lot of people get organic. Thank you.
Organic, right? That's
organic.
It. Organic.
Organic. We're gonna say that 1,000 times.
Organic.
I
forgot it.
I did too.
Organic. Exactly.
Right.
How do we know
Dion
shit is organic?
and Dion is right. The best water to drink is the alkaline water that has less, because people don't understand there's chemicals in it, but it's less chemicals. And it's like a different mixture or something.
Alkaline water tastes like battery or something.
But it's actually good for you. That is
that's the
absolute
best
water to drink.
Exactly, yeah. But
that's the best
a lot
water
of
to
people
tap
don't
into.
like the taste.
Yeah, well, hey.
I don't know. When I was at home, well water. Our water in the South feel different than the water here. Well water, if you bathe in it, you can feel the difference. If you drink it, you can feel the difference.
As far as what? It being more...
I mean, it just it's a total different feel. This water's... You can tell this water is fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The water, I know on my grandmother's land, it was well water. It was a total difference. Even when you take a bath in it or you drink it, you felt totally different from the water here that got fluoride and all types of different shit in it. You know what I'm saying? You really, you don't know what it's doing to your body because there's lead in this water too. And that's, a big concern because of, dementia, brain deterioration and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember seeing this one video on Facebook. It was this lady, I think she was about 70 years old. She ate all fruits, vegetables that she grew. Yeah, that she grew on her own.
And she looked like she was about 30 something.
Exactly. And her husband, ate processed food.
Yep, I know exactly who you talking about.
And he looked like my granddaddy.
She looked
fine.
Motherfucking phenomenal, bro. She looked phenomenal, and she was on the news too.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she was on the news. She had a whole fucking news script. That she looked so good that not as far as looks, but I'm talking about as far as body stature.
For a person
purpose.
that age.
Yeah, for that purpose. For her being 70, she was very slim. She was well taken care of. You could see the muscular build. She didn't look 50.
Right.
And she was 70. She didn't look 50, bro. She looked a good
and she
40.
Looked nice.
Yes. But that all comes from watching your intake on whatever you take. Everything is about moderation.
Right.
It's not what you eat, it's how you eat it.
Well, this one guy told me, and this was always a concern of mine as far as vegetarians and stuff like that, and being, a vegan. And I was like, well, if you choose to go that route, how do you get protein? How do you, keep your body healthy and stuff like that? He told me, he was like, have you ever seen a silverback gorilla? And I was like, yeah. He was like, you know how big the motherfuckers is? So I was like, yeah, they very big. You know what I'm saying? he was like, they only eat plants.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If he's only eating plants, leaves, and shit like that, how is his body maintaining the muscle mass
Bro.
that it maintains?
When
Because you get protein from plants and foods
That's
and
true.
shit like that.
When we hit the face of this earth, we were only meant to eat plants. We was never meant to eat meat.
Right.
You feel me? Meat don't consume meat. You feel me? Bugs consume plants. We supposed to consume plants. Meat never really eat meat until you get to the part where you become a carnivore and all of that. You know,
Right.
hunt. I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on humans. We were never like they okaying it for you to hunt each other. You feel me? No, it was never meant for that. We were supposed to always meat and beans. You feel me? Which is plants, bro. That's what we were supposed to intake. So if we stay on the original trail that we were set for,
Right.
would this coronavirus even attack us? Or would it truly, really be a phase?
Well, if you look at a lot of the Chinese original traditions, they didn't eat meat.
They didn't?
No, they ate a lot of like plants, vegetables, rice, and stuff
Brussels
like
sprouts,
that. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You
you're
know,
right.
as you go back, and if you look at it, a lot of them lived a long life.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because their eating habits were so much better than ours.
That's true.
You know, the average age in the United States, I can't think of, I'm not going to say the year because I can't think of the year, but the average age in the United States used to be around about 40 to 50 years old.
Used to?
Yeah. And that was the average life span. You know what I'm saying? 40 to 50 years old. Some people didn't make it that long.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you think because of our eating habits and, you know, everything that we come in contact with, you know, it depends on the preparations and, you know, how you do shit. People get sick
Quick.
quick.
Now it's getting worse. Shit. Obesity is... fuck coronavirus, nigga. Motherfuck the coronavirus. Come see me. No. The obesity is killing us more than...
I mean,
than anything in the world.
Look at all the shit in the food today.
Thank you, processed food and steroids in food.
I mean, as a kid, I love McDonald's. I don't eat that shit now. I can't eat McDonald's like I used to.
It tagged my stomach, but I still eat it.
I mean, it
A double fish on filet with extra tartar sauce, boy, and cheese. Oh my God!
I mean, a lot of food. If I'm not fresh cooking it, it's a difference to me now. It's a big difference.
That's true. Because if somebody said this to me, they was like, which is what I was talking. We was holding a general conversation. I'm not gonna say this person's name, but she said I was talking to her about somebody asking her to go out on a date. Somebody asked her to go out on a date through this phase of the coronavirus, right?
Right.
She was like, we can go anywhere except for out to eat. And it kind of like, I butted in. I was being nosy. So I say, what? Why not? She was like, it's too much going on. And I was like, well, this coronavirus is just a phase. So what happened when the phase over with? She was like, we still not going out to eat. I'm not going out to eat. So I'm like, you home cook everything? She said, pretty much. And I was like, why? She was like, prior to the coronavirus, so take the coronavirus out the subject. Right. She was like, it was too much going on with people spitting in food and bathing in bath water in fast food restaurants. Even as split, I mean, the good restaurants.
Trust people with your food.
You know? And that's what she was leading to. So imagine, because fast food restaurant is exactly what it is. No matter how slow it take them to get your food, it's quick, fast process. I mean, because it takes forever. It's quick, fast processed food. Period.
Right.
You feel me? So imagine if we actually had the patience, or we meal prepped, and we actually cooked our food like the way we supposed to.
Like the elders used to.
Nigga, they would cook 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
Dude.
And then when I was a kid, that back in my grandmother's days, my great grandmother used to tell me they would cook for a whole week. They would cook Sunday for the whole week. But when I was a kid, my mom always told me, my mom, R.I.P., she would tell me that when you cook one meal, it only lasts up to 3 days or it goes spoiled.
I believe that. I mean,
but my great grandma used to say she would cook Sunday for the whole week. So what's the difference? What happened where the times.
Some people used to freeze food.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you eat food after a week?
Yeah, I'm greedy. Fuck, if I make some spaghetti and shit, I'm not throwing that shit away. I'm gonna eat it till I can't eat it no more. Now my kids will be like, hey, Dad, we done ate this shit 2 days in a row. We not eating this shit today.
Oh, so you get tired of the food?
I don't get tired. They get tired of the food.
I tell them as long as you up under my household,
I just get
what I tell you.
Big thing. Do you wash your chicken?
Yes. When I cook, anybody in my household cook, wash their chicken.
Now they say washing your chicken causes bacteria.
Causes? How?
Because they say you spread it by washing it, I guess. I don't know. They say, that's a big thing.
But don't the high temperature of the grease or whatever, however way you cook it, kill the bacteria itself?
They don't think so. They not saying it does. You know what I'm saying? Me, personally, ever since I was a kid, whatever you take out the pack, you wash that shit.
Thank you. You clean it.
You wash your greens, you wash your chicken. I don't give a fuck. You wash that steak, or as my uncle used to say, rinse that shit off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the way I grow up. So when I see people, just take chicken out the pack and shit and just slap that shit in some flour, I'm like, you ain't gonna wash that motherfucker?
Let me know who did that so I can make sure I don't eat at their house. Because I'm an eater.
That's why potlucks is not the same.
Yeah. I feel like from your generation, I feel like from your generation to my generation, potlucks have become a more of a distant thing. Is because the way people clean their houses.
Because if you musty and you make the macaroni and cheese and you musty them motherfucker, I'm not about to eat your macaroni and cheese. Because if you can't wash up under your goddamn arms, you probably ain't washing your hands when you cook that macaroni and cheese.
They say the cats be on the counter.
Dude,
no, we done straight off, bro.
We look at all the cheese and shit.
Back to the coronavirus. Look, back to the coronavirus. Because we about to go, boy. We're going to need 2 hours. You're going to be like, oh, these niggas 2 hours in.
I mean, that's a big thing, man. People, it's fucked up. You don't know what nobody doing in their kitchen.
It is.
And I mean, it's you got to understand, it's not just the coronavirus. It's just germs and germs as far as how people prep shit, their lifestyle, how they clean their house.
It's germs, period.
I mean, it's different because I really know some nasty motherfuckers, and I look at them and I be like, God damn.
So let me tell y'all this. I do a podcast, but this is not my job, right? This is a hobby, right? So I have a job that brings me currency. My job that brings me currency, I walk in there, go into the bathroom. I done seen numerous amounts of people go into the bathroom, shit, piss,
and walk right out.
Or walk right out, or they'll rinse their fingertips. Bro.
You just wipe your whole ass.
And you just held your whole dick. And you walking out. I swear to you, bro, anybody will tell you that work with me. I will walk behind that person, and I'll say, bro, you ain't wash your hands.
Oh, I point their ass out, too. I'll be like, that motherfucker right over there.
No, I will go to them.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, bro, I went to one person, you ain't wash your hands, bro. You need to go back in there and wash your hands, and you touching stuff. You know what dog said to me? I was just throwing this away. I was about to go back. You could have washed your hands and then came out.
But the thing about it is, when people come out of restrooms, and like you say, they get to touching tools, they get to touching trays and everything. That's nasty.
Bro, no matter if you come out the bathroom without washing your hands, I see me and people look at me like I'm weird. So when I whatever I do, use the bathroom, before I wash my hands, I'm taking my fist and I'm getting my paper towel.
Oh yeah, I always do it with the back of my hand.
I take my paper towel, I tuck it up under my arm, I wash my hands, and then I grab my paper towel and then I dry my hands, right? If it's no paper towel, or if the paper towel outside of the dispensary, I don't dry my hands.
I don't use that.
I don't dry my hands. I shake my hands dry. Why? Because I done seen too many people at the movie theaters, restaurants. They'll use the bathroom, grab some paper towel like it's normal, grab the paper towel, blow their nose, and walk out. don't wash their hands. So therefore, I'm accepting myself to germs because you wanted to blow your nose, but you don't want to wash your hands.
Right.
So I'm watching what I do. So I stop washing my hands first and then getting paper towel. Because all I'm doing is washing my hands free from germs, then putting germs back on my hands.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, like I tell people, always do stuff from the back of my hands, because the back of your hands, you're not going to touch your face with the back of your hand. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, you're not. More than likely, you know, you do shit like this, you're not going to be like this. You know what I'm saying? Even when I, you know, handshake, now, this is my Corona handshake. Just... There you go. You just y'all motherfuckers contain.
Yeah, I've been doing this. What up, bro? What up, brother? You all right? I'll make sure if I see somebody I know, I'll step back and be like, yo.
The most funniest shit, when I got sick and I had the flu, I got up one night and I was like, you know, something wrong with me. I was like, I'm feeling fucked up. I got to go. So I said, I'm not going to go to an emergency. I'm going to go to Concentra. I went to Concentra. It was 2 old ladies and 2 elderly ladies. They was they could have been about 60 or a little bit older. And you're like, when I hit the door, they both looked at me. They stopped talking. And they was like, put this mask on. Because they knew I was fucked up when I walked in the door.
Oh, I was about to say.
They was like, shit, we not about to go through this shit.
Hell no.
Put this on. Because, motherfucker, you ain't about to get us sick up in here.
And you know what I've been seeing?
Blame them.
I've been seeing people walking around with masks on and gloves, and the people around them and their surrounding areas get offended.
Yeah, I can't get mad at you
because you want to take care of your health
and your family. Because you got to go home,
motherfucker.
And I'm not about, if you, like y'all say, if you got a newborn at home,
and I'm taking it to, because as of now, the statistics have, as of what's today? Sunday. Today's Sunday. I seen it Thursday. As of Thursday, the statistics has shown that no youth has received the coronavirus, right? So let's go based off what I seen Thursday. And I get something, I take it back home to I don't know how my kid will react off of it. Off jump.
Well, if you think about it, man, when like the DEA and all that shit, when they was analyzing a lot of shit, don't you know, like, over probably, I want to say 80% of U.S. currency has cocaine in it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if we touching this money every day, it has residue of cocaine in it.
Yep.
I mean, so, you know, you're talking about a virus that can live on cardboard and shit like that. I mean, if you elderly or you got newborns or you got your babies at home, you don't want to be touching that shit, because if you working at a store, guess what? You touching money from all over. You coming in contact with people from all over.
Anywhere.
You don't know if they just got off the plane.
That's
you don't know, where they been or who they came in contact with.
That's true. Before I came to the studio today, I hit the gas station, right? So when I got to the gas station, you know, the glass normally is open.
Right.
Dog glass was closed. He had on gloves in taking money. He had a bottle of 70% alcohol sitting at the counter, and I'm like, that alcohol for sale? He was like, no, it's for me. I was like, do you got any? He was like, no, I used the last bottle. I was like, I spoke with him. I was like, did you pay for it? He was like, long pause, yeah. And I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't pay for that shit. But jokes aside, like, we can't be, I don't want to use the word intimidated, or I don't want to use the word feeling disrespectful, but we can't feel no type of way from being around other motherfuckers because we don't know how their immune system are.
Well, I got an aunt, don't give a fuck if you friend or foe. You come in her door, she squirt your ass.
See?
Like, shit, you ain't coming in here touching all my shit.
And you dirty.
Right.
And you dirty. We gotta take, but even before, okay, and even after, because we winding it down. We only got a few minutes. Even before and even after, we have to pay attention to our bodies, because our bodies speak to us.
I mean, but a lot of us has always been kind of like
in tune.
Yeah, in tune with different germs, because I even before the coronavirus broke out, I see a lot of people with sanitizer. you know what I'm saying, on their keychains
Yes.
and everything. You know what I'm saying, when they
I
about
know
to
people
eat.
who keep sanitizer in their car.
Right, wipes and shit. When they go to sit down, they wipe shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, you know, people want to make it more than what it is to push the issue. I understand that people have concerns, but if you just generally know about germs and viruses,
thank you.
You take precautions of that. I see people all day when they kids go to the playground and they come, okay, it's time to go home.
Don't touch your
First
face.
thing they do is spray their hands with, sanitizer. Okay, you wipe your hands, let's get in the car, because they're aware and they awoke to the fact, like, you just touched something that over 1 million people have touched.
So I'm going to say this, and then we're going to close it out. So dig this. So do not be afraid of what the media is putting out, because there's more people recovering from than dying from the coronavirus. And then if you are afraid, because there's some people that you can tell this to and still going to be afraid, there's the hand sanitizers, stuff like that. That shit is obsolete. It's going to be very hard to find that. So for a substitute, what you can do is get a spray bottle, get the 50%. A nurse told me this. Get a 50% alcohol, the green alcohol, the 70%. Use those because those are easier to find. Put it in a spray bottle, squirt, squirt, squirt. Wash your hands, rinse your hands. Because if you are afraid of it, I don't want to. Only you know your body. Only you should know your body. So therefore, take care of your body. Fuck what anybody else say. Fuck how anybody else feel because of what you're doing with yourself. This is you. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Protect your household. You feel me? Because only you take care of your family, household, and yourself. So if you are going to do it, make sure you're doing it right. And don't let the coronavirus deter you from continuing to be germ-free or lack of germs or less germ-free. You feel me? Let's take care of ourselves. Let's love each other. Let's love ourselves. And we ain't got to worry about no bullshit.
And if you run out of toilet tissue, all you got to do
Use
is
your finger.
Take your paper towel and cut that motherfucker in half. You know what I'm saying?
Right up the middle.
That's right
Shit,
up the middle.
It's hard to get paper towel.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta use the motherfucking towel. I'm playing. Love y'all. Peace to the Middle East, man. This means separation. This means togetherness. So make sure y'all keep doing this instead of doing that. All right? Yep. Love y'all. See y'all later.
We out.
You niggas playing. You know what this about. Yeah. Cause you know what I'm about, nigga. What up, Black
Look.
You niggas just now getting off the porch. I've been in the mix since 1994. 45 caliber extendo. Now who's that peeking through my window?
Yeah.
I guess you niggas got the wrong info. Fucking with me, you better know what you been for. I will catch a nigga slipping, make his family think you missing. Have him kicking out that ransom for the info. Pull up on the block in the bad motherfucker wearing all my ice. Won't play a nigga touch you. I don't fuck with suckers when I see him, I duck 'em. They say the fans watch, still yelling out fuck.